I don't remember when the silence started. Maybe it had always been there, in the pauses between our conversations, in the way she turned her face away when I made a joke that wasn't funny. But lately, it was everywhere. Thick, sticky, like the smell of stale air in a room where the window hasn't been opened for weeks. Morning. She was making tea, standing at the counter in that old bathrobe she refused to throw away. I was scrolling through the news on my phone, not really reading. You forgot the bread again, I said, my eyes still on the screen. She didn't turn. The store was already closed last night. I smiled, that kind of smile I know she hates. You always have an excuse. She didn't reply, just placed the cup in front of me and sat down. The clock ticked, and I thought, why does she never just admit she's wrong? The tea was bitter. Evening. I came home late, the corridors smelling faintly of her perfume. She was on the couch, talking on the phone, laughing. That laugh, she didn't laugh like that with me anymore. With who? I asked, taking off my jacket. Ira. From work. I tilted my head. Right. A friend. Her smile faded. We've talked about this, Alexei. Enough with the accusations. You've changed, I said. You're not the woman I married. The words came out sharp, like a knife I didn't mean to pull. Her hands trembled slightly as she gathered the blanket around herself. I noticed, but I told myself she was just cold. The night, I went too far. She came in late. The hallway light cut her face in half. Tired on one side, shadowed on the other. Where were you? I asked. At a meeting. It ran over. At 10 at night. I stepped closer. She tried to pass me, but I blocked the way. My voice rose without me meaning it to. Her eyes widened. Not with guilt, but with something worse. Fear. And then, I don't know why I did it. My hands moved before my mind caught up. Ich shoved here. She fell. The sound of her shoulder hitting the floor was louder than it should have been. For a moment, everything stopped. Her breathing was uneven. She got up slowly, looked at me as if I was a stranger. No yelling, no tears, just that look. She picked up her bag, walked out, leaving her phone on the table. The door clicked shut. The silence that followed wasn't the same as before. This one hurt. The empty days. She didn't answer my calls. I tried her friends, her parents. Nothing. The apartment felt smaller every day. The air heavier. I found myself drinking in the evenings, staring at the door as if it might open. At work, I forgot things. Missed deadlines. My boss told me I looked distracted. Distracted? No, I was drowning. But I wasn't about to say that. Sometimes I thought I heard her, the clink of a cup, the rustle of a blanket, but it was only the refrigerator or the wind. The human brain plays cruel tricks when it's lonely. The letter. It came a month later. Not a letter, exactly, but a court summons. She was filing for divorce. There was also a request for a restraining order. I sat at the kitchen table holding the papers. My hand was shaking. It wasn't just that she was leaving me. It was that she wanted me gone from her life entirely. That's when it hit me. She'd been holding on for years, trying to fix us. And I've been breaking us piece by piece, thinking I was in control. The court. She was there, dressed neatly, hair tied back. She didn't look at me once. Not when the judge read the decision. Not when she walked out into the sunlight. I stayed sitting, my mouth dry, my hands cold. When I finally stepped outside, the city was loud, cars, voices, wind in the trees, but it all sounded distant, as if I were underwater. Now, it's been weeks since the court. I still live in the same apartment, though I barely recognize it. Her mug is gone from the kitchen. The blanket she liked is missing from the couch. The silence remains, heavier than ever. I used to think silence was peace. Now I know it's punishment. I realize now that every sarcastic remark, every suspicion, every petty argument was just me trying to prove I was right. But I wasn't right. I was scared. Scared she'd see through me. Scared she'd realize she deserved better. She did, and she left. And now, the silence is all mine.